Yeah, so we are going to go back in then to map 2. And as I said, the arena client won't let us spectate people. It only shows us one team at a time. But we can see then that they are going to be running the Ret Paladin. Once again, the team of S.N.U.T, that's Black, Dubo, also S.N.U.T and He. And they will be playing against Justin, Horde, and apparently they're called. So the gate's open then. Here we go, round 2. Going to follow the mage of the team of S.N.U.T. There comes a sap then as the team from Speed do go aggressive, and their priest is going to be put in a bad situation. And he, look how slow he's taken down. He's had to trinket the Hammer of Justice, but no chance whatsoever is going to drop. And Speed, well, they stuck in a Ret Paladin as well, and it didn't happen whatsoever. Forbearance is put up. There comes a crazy amount of burst damage. That's going to force an ice block onto Black Doodoo from the team of S.N.U.T, which we're following right now. Let's switch over then to Test Horde. You can see Test Horde is from Speed as well on the Ret Paladin. He's going to go down next. His Forbearance was up, had no way to help himself, and the last man standing is going to be or Speed Hum, and he will also be taken down. And that is so ridiculously quick. Why even bring a priest? You know, they changed a rogue for a Ret Paladin. I mean, is that because you think that they thought, okay, they haven't got offensive dispelling, let's bop the priest, and surely he'll live. But what you don't realize is a paladin can do still 4k damage through a bop, and also throw in, a wrath at the end of it, hammer of wrath, against what is now 20% HP, and drop even more K. So bop doesn't matter.
Well, S.N.U.T really had the upper hand right off the bat, and just fantastic sap by S.N.U.T, the rogue. Yeah, and they really had that advantage right at the start, forcing him to use a trinket, I think it was.
Yeah. If they forced him to use a trinket, got a poly on him, didn't see what they did, the priest was dead anyway, but they didn't even need to concentrate on that. But I mean...
Well, S.N.U.T's target switching was incredible. I just saw him just switch straight over to the priest, get cheap shot on him, get him a shadow step, and then they just unloaded so much burst onto that priest, just demolished him, just took him out of the picture so early on. They knew exactly what they were going to do.
Yeah, they did. So would you think it's viable then, playing against a 3 DPS team with a Ret Paladin, which can basically turn into a healer, to throw in like 2 healers? Or do you think that they should be concentrating, locking one of the DPS down? And if you were to lock one DPS down from the 3 DPS team, which one would you lock down and why? I mean, you've got Ret Paladin, so he's got Bubble. These are your options. You've got Mage, who's got Ice Block. Okay, so automatically those 2 are annoying as hell, unless you're going to coordinate some, amazing, master spell and not have your priest die within like 2 seconds. And then you've got a rogue who is obviously preparation, shadow step, vanish, double evasion, cloak of shadows every minute, as well as cheap death. And also can get freedoms to get himself out of either novas as well as stuns. And if you want, you can give him a bop. Which target out of the 3 ones would you pick?
As the team of the Pala or the team of the priest?
You're going against the 3 DPS team, so you're going against S.N.U.T, okay? You are the team of Speed.
I think going for the Paladin could be a viable option. I mean, they could lock him down, and the priest certainly has great reactions. He could get a master spell off on the bop, and they could really just take him out of the picture really early on. And they'd also be suppressing a fair amount of damage unless Speed decided to go for the rogue.
See, I agree with the Paladin in many ways, because I think that if you can, I mean, that opener was stupid, no offense, right? Okay, they rushed round to the right, but you wouldn't see SK do that. Like, if they were coming against a Paladin, they want as much distance between them and that Paladin as possible. Another is going to want to, nuke it from a distance. Also, O'Reilly is going to want to keep his range as well. And you're going to want to slow him. You're going to want to stun him. You're going to want to annoy the hell out of him until he bubbles. And you can make him bubble before he does anything to your team if you start off right. So, stupid start for me from the team Speed.
Well, I also think that sap could have been quite game-breaking in that particular matchup. And had the mage had a few more outs, had he not been sapped, and it could have made a huge difference. And that was part of the reason they disposed of
S.N.U.T was really really good to get that quick sap off, though. I have to admit. I mean, he was just like, boom. You know, you're done. And then he targeted instantly, as you said, onto the priest, and from then it was over.
It was just such a tiny window of opportunity in which he could have got that sap when the mage was out of combat. And I don't think he expected S.N.U.T to get in so quickly. Just incredible. And it really... he should have been in combat, to tell you the truth. You don't want to see a mage, you don't want to see that sort of situation against a rogue mage priest team. Where,
no,
you're
everyone
in a
tries to get in combat as quickly as possible, or they try and clump up. I mean,
he was running in actually at the time, trying to dismount, trying to get an ice lance off, but just brilliant play from S.N.U.T there.